I was just done. I had to do a little live stream about hiring people. Okay. Okay, so this is really important. Hi, whoever hopped on. Okay. So this is another really big block. Like a really, really, really big block. That is kind of, like taboo in the entrepreneur space because you're supposed to be the person who wants to work. You got to be a workhorse. You got to want to work hard. You got to like be the person who wants to work their ass off. You have to be the person who wants to die for your work. You want to be the person who wants to work 18 hours a day and literally put yourself in the hospital and all this other bullshit in order to succeed, right? So if there's a party that doesn't want to work and like 99.9%, hey Heidi, I will see you at your ass in a few days. 99.9% of us are not in our next up level in our businesses because we don't want to fucking do the work that next level requires. Let's just be fucking honest here, right? Okay, so how do we know that this is true? This is the exercise here, okay? I'm going to actually get my pen and paper because this is really, really, really interesting. Somebody write, or I need to put journaling. Actually, I should do this. This is a journaling exercise, so get your pens and paper out. Everybody get a pen and paper out. This is a journaling exercise. Get your fucking pen and paper out. LaCroix. Get your pens and paper out. This is huge. Like, this is huge. It's huge. Driving. Okay. I got some naughty lingerie delivered to me at my doorstep this morning, and I'm so excited about it. I realized that the naughtier the lingerie, the better, in my opinion. Okay. So here is the deal. Okay, here's the exercise that I want you to do to find out if this is a block for you. Okay? I want you to write down your current situation that you're in. Okay? Current situation that you're in with your business or any area that you actually want to manifest. This applies to anything. Okay? Write down your current situation and write it in not the write it in such a way that it's not like, how do I say this? Write it in such a way that it's like negative Nancy. Like you're being like, if you're pissed off, well, my business is actually not where I want it to be. It is, not, like, it's not, I'm not making the money that I want. Like, be negative Nancy about it. Okay. And it's just not doing what I want it to be doing. Okay? So, I'm going to edit this. Journaling exercise. Okay. Okay, so here we fucking go. Okay, so write down your situation. So like, my business isn't where I want it to be, blah, 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 blah. Okay? Write it down. And you should like be writing your ass off, or like going over it in your head if you're driving. Okay? So you're saying like blah, 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 blah. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to go, okay, let's say for kicks that I am creating this situation. I am choosing to create this situation. I'm doing it unconsciously, but I'm choosing to create this situation. Okay? So let's say that I'm going to write mine down. Okay? So my business, if you are hopping on, I want you to write out cough. I want you to write out what's your business situation in a negative mindset. My business situation is Is everybody writing their stuff down? If you're hopping on, I want you to write out, hey Betsy, I want you to sit down, get a pen and paper. This is a journaling exercise. I want you to write down what is the current state of your business and write it in a negative mindset. Okay. So write down all this stuff, okay? So, and then I want you to write, what if I was choosing this situation? Okay? What if you're choosing this situation because the opposite end of this situation would be that you'd be doing a lot more work? So what I want you to do is, let's say that you didn't have this situation and this situation was improved. And the blocks that were creating this situation were gone. What would I be doing? Now, check your answers, because if you say running my successful business, then most likely you would be doing more work. What does that entail? Hey, Gwen. Hey, Rachel. Okay, if you just hopped on, here's what's going on. We are doing a journaling exercise to find out if you have a fear of too much work to get you to the next level. So in other words, you're not getting to the next level in your business because you're afraid of the amount of work that you have to do. Okay, so how do we find this out if this is a block of yours? Well, we look at what is your business situation. Do this journaling exercise. I want you to write down, my business situation looks like this, in a negative mindset. And the reason why we're doing it in a negative mindset is because people will be like, well, it's okay, but really they're lying to themselves. They're really actually pissed off because it's not where they want it to be. So you need to get real. Get fucking real. Get fucking real, get fucking real, get fucking real. Okay, what does this entail? Okay, so and after that, you want to say, okay, what if this situation was changed? So if I'm running this successful business, then, so if this situation was changed, I'm running this successful business. So what does that entail? Answering more emails. Let's go through this. Answering more emails, getting on more calls, getting more invoices, getting more people on my team, hiring people. Now, when you're writing this down if there is any part of you that is like, I don't really want to do this, guess what? You have this block. You have this block. Now, it doesn't mean that you can't do this work, and it doesn't mean that you're not capable of doing this work. It means that there's a part of you that's like, my subconscious is like, fuck, I don't want to do all this work. So I'm just going to be like, oh my God, I can't get to the next level because they're so fucked up and I'm so fucked up and I'm so fucked up. The reality is you get a much bigger payoff by saying, I'm so fucked up, but really the truth of the matter is you just don't want to fucking do the work, which is totally and completely understandable. But good news, if you really want to move forward, you can let go of this huge block and move forward. So how do we do this? Well, you recognize that it's a block and you want to get all the shit that you don't want to do out in the open. So it's almost kind of like you're being honest with yourself. Like, okay, I don't want to deal with fucking hiring people. I don't want to get on more calls, but is it worth me making an extra $20,000 to $30,000 a month? Well, maybe I need to look at what would an extra $20,000 to $30,000 a month do for me? What would an extra $20,000 to $30,000 do for me? Now, here's the thing. This is key. What would an extra $20,000 to $30,000 do for me? Now, when you say pay off taxes or take care of bills or take care of this and take care of this and take care of this, if it's stuff that doesn't excite you, and it's stuff that's just mundane and bullshit and bills and shit like that, it's another reason why you don't want to do this shit. So like, think about it. Why the fuck would you go and do shitloads more work to pay for shit that you don't really want to deal with? Like, hello? You would much rather not work your ass off and do a whole lot of fucking shit where you could pay off your tax bill over a course of a year and pay a little bit more money than have to do shit that you don't want to do. It's just the honest to God truth. And the first rule of thumb with transformation is you have to want to change and go to this next level more than you want to stay comfortable. And there's a much more big part of you that think about it, guys. Like, why the fuck would I want to make an extra $20,000 to $30,000 a month to pay off my tax bill when I could literally pay it off over the course of a year and pay like 5 to 10% more when I could just chill out, fucking watch The Parent Trap and have people wait on me hand and foot and, live the lifestyle that I'm living, or work my fucking ass off and increase my business and my income, have more shit to do, less freedom time, and maybe be able to go a designer bag and maybe be able to go to the spa one weekend out of the month. But can't really even do that because I'm working so fucking much. Like, think about it. And the reality is, guys, I have 90% of the women that come through my virtual boot camp. And by the way, if you want in on this virtual boot camp, it's in the pinned post. I'm basically like, the next two boot camps, this one and the next one, are like going to be utterly phenomenal because I'm putting in a shitload more content because I'm turning this into automation and I don't know how much more I'm going to be doing it live. Now, you want in, see the pinned post. Now, the key here is this, okay? One thing that I would do is I would pay attention if I was interested in learning stuff that I'm talking about. I would say, like, when this person that I'm interested in learning from is saying certain women who go through my course have this issue, most likely there's part of you that has the same issue. One of the very key and specific things that I see over and over and over and over and over and over and over until infinity is the fear of too much work. Women will be like, I can't afford childcare. I can't get childcare. I'm afraid of getting childcare. I can't wait on my husband hand and foot. I can't wait on my husband hand and foot if I'm running a business. I can't do this. I can't do that. And the funny thing is I'll be like, all right, So does your husband really care about you cooking him dinner every fucking night of the week? No, he's actually a wonderful husband. Okay. Do you think your kids really will care if you put them in childcare? Actually, no, they really enjoy going to they really enjoy the babysitter or blah, 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 blah. Okay, so what's the real issue here? And they finally start to admit, fuck, I don't really want to do this work. I don't really want to get on the fucking phone eight times out of the week and do these fucking calls. Fuck, I don't really want to do all this admin shit. Fuck, I don't really want to go out of my way to hire a fucking assistant because the process of hiring somebody makes my mind go, oh my God, I'm actually like taking care of business and I'm running a successful business. And I've heard so many nightmare stories about having a virtual assistant that they don't really get shit done. And then I have to go back and do the shit anyway. So what's the fucking point in doing all this? It's just too much fucking work. Do you see how similar, most likely you probably are, to what I'm saying right now? And if you're afraid of too much work, then you're going to play the whole like, oh, I can't get my business off the ground, or oh, I can't seem to get above the 5K mark, or oh, I had a 5-figure month or a 50K month, but I just can't seem to get back to where I was before. Gee, I wonder why. Hello? I'm giving you about $50,000 a month worth of fucking value right now. Cheers. Any questions? How do you get through this? How do you kill this motherfucker? How do we do it? Betsy, how do we do it? Do you have any idea how we do it? Do we have any idea how we do it? Gwen, do you have any idea how we do it? This is huge. Okay, so how do we do this? Well, how do we do this? All right, cool. So everybody wants to know. Me fucking too. I'm kidding. You know, it's interesting. This is something that people don't know about me. I've never admitted this. Well, no, I think I have. But part of the thing about mindset work is that you will, if you teach mindset, you'll forget how to break through your own blocks. So one of the things that I do, if I'm having an issue, and this is not my issue right now, but I've noticed that if I ever have an issue and I do a live stream on it, it will help me to go like, oh, that's how I fucking get through it. Okay. So here we fucking go. Okay. Everybody who's hopping on, we are doing one of the most common fucking blocks that we all fucking run into. So the first step that you want to do is you want to get your fucking pen and paper out and you want to write down, my business situation is this. The next thing that you want to do is you want to go, if I'm creating this situation, what would happen if I let go of this situation, and write down all the shit that you would have to do. And if you have any sort of party that's like, I don't really want to do this, then guess what? You have this block. So right now we're going through how to remove this block. Okay, so here we go. All right. You need to write down every single thing that's going on. Okay, so I know this is a bitch, but we need to write this stuff down. So let's say that I wanted to make an extra $20,000 to $30,000 a month right now. Now, what would I have to, and I'm blocking myself from it. What would I have to do if I was pulling in an extra $20,000 to $30,000 a month? Number one, immediately hire more people. Now, that is not specific enough. Hire more people. Okay, what does that mean? So, a project manager probably. In-house. So add on Craigslist. Hang on. Oh shit, hang on. Hey. Uh-oh. Okay, who's still on here? Okay. Okay, sorry, I had to tell my assistant when I went for lunch. Okay, so hire a project manager. Is Betsy still on here? Hire a project manager, put it out on Craigslist, interview people. Now, what I need to do here is I need to go, is this something that I really actually want to do? And get honest. Now, here's the cool part. This is where the Molly finesse comes in. Are you ready for this shit? Okay, this is what you do. You go, all right, am I willing to do this so that I can go to the spa, buy hot, expensive lingerie, have hot sex in Iceland, buy a lobster dinner twice a week, get an in-house masseuse twice a week, get a personal trainer 4 times a week. Am I willing to interview a motherfucker for a project manager position and oversee this person on a day-to-day basis? Girl, I just want a peaceful night's sleep. Okay, well, you know, various different things here, okay? So, am I willing to do that? And you weigh it. Like, you weigh it. So an extra $20,000 to $30,000 in my bottom line, that's the kind of shit that I would have to do. Okay, so what else would I have to do? Hire, this is where it gets interesting. Hire immediately a Facebook ads person. What I'm thinking. So, another $3K to $10K a month. Actually, I wouldn't do that. So notice right here, right now, and I didn't mean to point my finger at you. Notice I'm saying hire a Facebook ads person, and I'm saying add another $3,000 to $10,000 that I'm spending. Immediately what pops into my mind is I'm not spending that kind of money on a Facebook ads person because I already have such high expenses and I want to lower my expenses right now. So notice, like, one of the things that might be going on with you actually adding money into your bottom line is that the idea of having to figure out what to do with that money can be a nightmare. Okay? So that's a possibility. You want to check that out. Okay? So would I hire a Facebook ads person? No. I know what I do. Hire a stylist. Now, do you have to do this shit, you know, exactly the way you say it? No. But hire a stylist. 5K. Hire a stylist for 5K. I wouldn't get like an advanced level stylist, or even, I don't know if I'd hire a stylist. Notice, pay attention here. I don't know what I would spend that money on. Go shopping. Go to the spa. Okay, so this is more in touch with what I would want to do. Now, this is really important. Okay, so I'm getting more in touch with what I want to do. Now, what it would be worth to me, like me to go work my fucking ass off to make an additional 20 to 30 grand. And I'm not saying I need to work my ass off, but in order to shift my mindset to that next level of making another 20 to 30 grand, I know that I have to put in some work. I'm going to have to put in the hours. I'm going to have to do those things to make it happen. Now, for me to actually go about doing this, would I do it to hire a fucking Facebook ads person that I have to like now worry about paying another $5,000 to $10,000 a month for expenses? No, I'd want to go to the spa. I wanted to get an another in-house assistant. I'd want to go get another in-house masseuse. I'd want to go get a personal trainer, and I'd want to go to the fucking spa twice a week. Okay? Now, here's the thing. Most of you guys, that's the truth for all of you. Now, the problem here is that you are afraid to admit that, or you're afraid that if you really did do that, you would be mishandling your money. And therefore, if you're mishandling your money, then you're not responsible with your money. Therefore, you don't deserve to make more money. And a part of you is afraid to even make more money because you're afraid that you'll misspend the money on shit like going to the spa, getting a fucking masseuse, or getting a personal trainer, or whatever the fuck it might be. However, here's the key. This has helped me increase my income over and over and over again. Are you ready for this shit? Every single thing that I just said is probably the smartest fucking thing in the world I could do for myself. Why? Because actually, when it comes down to it, it's quite cheap for me to have a masseuse come to my house about 3 times a week. That's like $500 a week. That's $2,000 a month. That makes me, now, if I put $2,000 of my $20,000, that's 10% for me. That means that, and I could probably even maybe have it as a tax write-off, possibly, if I talk to my accountant. I've seen businesses do this before. So what could be going on? Yeah, self-care. Self-care, exactly. Having a personal trainer come to my house. So it might cost me $5,000 a month to bring in these people like 3 to 4 times a week. But think about how awesome I would feel about myself to do these things for myself. And so what I want you to do is I want you to think about the things that you would spend your money on that would make it worth your while to work your ass off to make this next big leap in your business. Okay? So we're going to go a little bit deeper here. And let's say that going to the spa, going to get my hair blown out, my biggest block is delegating. I have the biggest fear nothing will get done right. Maybe it's a trusting block. I just did a live stream on delegating and how I was basically in the hospital because I didn't do that, and how it will really screw you up in a really bad way. You need to watch that live stream. Get a fucking in-house assistant because you can watch what they're fucking doing and you can learn how to hire people properly. Getting my hair blown out and, hold on. Getting my hair blown out, and I have had clients that have been in the same situation, and I get through the same damn thing. And they have teams, and one of them just did $186,000 launch. So, and doubled their income. Okay, so let's say that the things that I would actually want to spend my money on. And this is another example. I had a client who was making less than, she was making $7,500 a week, or not $7,500 a week, $7,500 a month. And she had been stuck in this place below 5-figure months for over a year. She worked with me and she was doing all this mindset work and all this mindset work. And I was finally figuring out what she was actually doing. And she was like, oh, I want to spend money on all this business stuff. I want to spend money on paying off debt. I want to spend money on buying a house. I want to spend money on all this, admin shit. And I said, go to the goddamn spa. Go get your fucking makeup done. Go get your fucking nails done. What the fuck happened to her? Gee, I wonder. After spending almost 2 years struggling to try to hit a 5-figure month, she hit her first 5-figure month. And guess what? She went to the spa the next month, and guess what happened? She hit a 20K month as she was at the goddamn spa. So, let's say that you're like, okay, fine. But if I went to the spa, I would feel insanely fucking guilty. Or if I bought the Louis Vuitton bag, I would feel so fucked up. Or I would feel so fucked up because my mother used to tell me how fucked up I was that I wanted to buy myself expensive things. Or I'm so fucked up because I want to spend my money on getting myself a diamond ring when I should put new clothes on my children. Okay, guess what, guys? When you put the oxygen mask on yourself first, then you can save other fucking people. But if you're not putting the oxygen mask on yourself, then you can't fucking save anybody else, okay? And I would like to also ask you, gee, okay, so you're taking care of everybody else. How much money are you fucking making then? And how is your income improving? Now, if you're thinking about, gee, okay, so you mean to tell me that in order for me to improve my income, what I need to do is I need to recognize, okay, so I'm holding onto these blocks because that means that I have a shitload more work to do, and I don't want to do all that fucking work basically to make this money to take care of everybody else. But what if I did all this work in order to go to the fucking spa, do whatever the fuck I want to do, get a peaceful night's rest, buy a $2,000 bed, and fucking enjoy myself, and that would also increase my income where I could take care of other people? Do you think you would have more motivation to get out of this fucking situation? Ask yourself that question right now. See if your answer is yes, because if your answer is yes, then what you want to deal with is this. I don't know about you guys, but I had a mom who was born wealthy, who, I'm getting all yeses. Okay. So, I'm getting all yeses. So in other words, take care of yourself. Take care of yourself, take care of yourself, take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. I had a mother who was spoiled rotten. I was spoiled rotten too. And I'm still spoiled rotten. I didn't pay my bills until I was 31 years old. And I was making $20,000 a month before I started to actually pay my like $3,000 worth of bills. I had people wait on me hand and foot. So did my mother. My mother she was flown around in private jets and all this bullshit, and then she lost all of her money because she divorced the person who had all the money. And my father lost all of his money because he had everybody, he didn't know how to handle his money. Okay? So my mother was basically telling me at a very young age, and I know you guys relate to this on some level, that I was spoiled rotten, that me buying things for myself and allowing my father to buy nice things for me when she no longer could afford to buy those things for herself, that I was wrong, I was fucked up, I was spoiled, I had no idea what it was like for the rest of the world to be poor. I had no reality check on things, that I was bad because I was given the ability to buy things for myself, or I had things coming to me. So something with that kind of paradigm, and give me some examples if anybody has any examples of this where it's this happens to a lot of us, and it shows up in your dynamic in some way, shape, or form. It may be that you were poor, and the idea of your parents are still poor, and the idea of you going and taking yourself to the spa when you could be giving this money to them to pay their fucking bills when they're, losing their eyesight is just so fucked up. But the reality is it's not. It's not. And also the reality is that your brain is saying, how fucked up am I that I actually want to buy this stuff for myself? And if I did receive that money, what if I did go spend this shit on myself? And then I would feel so fucked up for buying this stuff for myself. I don't want to feel that way. Therefore, you're not going to allow the money to come in. So what you want to do is you want to really recognize that I am an example. Who you're watching right now, I was in the fucking hospital a little less than a month ago because I was so stressed out. Okay? There are plenty of entrepreneurs out there who have literally put themselves in the fucking hospital, who have gotten diseases, who have died, who have gone mentally ill because they weren't taking care of themselves, because they were somehow carrying this kind of shit around and they weren't doing what they truly needed. So is it wrong for you to take care of yourself? Is it wrong for you to go buy shit that makes you feel good about yourself? Is it wrong for you to want to go shower yourself with gifts? No. No, 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 no. No. And the reality is, if you want to keep this business going, if you want to actually grow your income, then you have to, you must learn to shower yourself with gifts and take care of yourself. Now, is there a fine line between showering yourselves with gifts and spending way too much fucking money? Of course there fucking is. Now, what's the line? What's too much? Well, what do you think's too much? What do you think is too much? What do you think is too much? I'm gonna turn my fucking light on. Does anybody have any questions? Got a lot of yeses. Hang on. My assistant's gonna come in the door with food. And yeah, I'm gonna eat food because I need to eat my food. Did I plug it in? So, yeah, bills need to be paid. Do you like my static hair? Look at that. And another thing, what kind of things does my assistant do? I have a live event on Sunday through Thursday. Or part of it's Sunday through Wednesday, and then I have a mastermind day. Right now, she is going to get me lunch. She's going to arrange my hotel, get my hotel room situated at the event. She is going to make sure that all the mastermind situation stuff is taken care of. She is, the gift bags that I'm giving to the girls who are coming to my live event, she's making sure that they are wrapped and set up. She's making sure that my camera is set up for my other assistant who's coming in so that all they have to do is press record, so I don't have to do anything for the event. She's cleaned up my apartment. She has helped me run to get groceries. She's going to get me groceries after she drops off my food. She has set up, I'm getting my hair blown out. She set up that appointment for me. She probably will clean and take out my trash for me. I need to take my fucking medication. That's something that I forgot to do. That stuff. Like, she's not doing everything for me, but my other virtual assistant, like, if I want to hire a dietitian for a certain type of diet that I want to go on, they do like random shit like that. They send out the homework assignments to my clients. They set up appointments. They set up my scheduler. They, $20 I usually go without. I made up my mind. This year is my year. It's going to be about me. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to go spend $20 fucking on yourself right now. I can guarantee you make like shit money. I guarantee you make shit money. You make shit money, and it has not improved for fucking years if you can't spend $20 on yourself. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. You want to continue that cycle? Keep saying, I can't fucking spend money on myself. Go to fucking Target and buy like 3 or 4 things of whatever the fuck you want. You've got to learn how to take care of yourself, guys. You have got to. Because you see before you, a lot of you guys see, and I've heard this from many, many, many of you guys also. So-and-so literally works like 20 hours a day, and Gary Vee works 20 hours a day, and I don't want to work 20 hours a day. I don't want to fucking work. Like, do you love my static hair? I fucking love it right now. I actually hate it, but hello. It's, we're all fucking human, okay? So, I don't want to work as many hours as so-and-so. I don't want to have to put in this amount of so-and-so. So-and-so's going to the hospital. So-and-so's having panic attacks. So-and-so's going through this shit. So-and-so's going through this shit. So-and-so got Lyme disease. So-and-so who's successful has to do all this fucking work and they can't fucking take care of themselves. The reality is, this is the story there. And so you're like afraid to actually push yourself out of your own bullshit because it's like, oh my God, I won't be able to fucking handle it. And I don't want to be a nightmare like those people. Reality is this. This is what I told myself back then with this situation because I knew it was a block for me too. The reality is, this is fucked up. You might put yourself in the hospital, but you'll be okay. That's what I said to myself. If you do, you'll figure it out. That's what I said. I was like, if you do get in the hospital, then you'll hire a bunch of people and you'll take very specific proper precautions and you'll have the money to go to every single doctor that you possibly need to go to. You'll have the ability to fly to Brazil to see the amazing healers. You'll have the ability to go do all those things, just like everybody else who does this stuff. But the reality is, what I'm saying to you is this. I've been in the fucking hospital. It didn't necessarily caused by stress, but it very easily could have been caused by stress. Regardless, I'm taking a shitload of proper precautions to make sure that this doesn't happen again. And I'm also informing you on what you need to do in order to make sure that this shit doesn't happen to you. Okay? So number one, recognize that, you know, the fear of success and the fear of too much work all go hand in hand. And recognize that you can prevent yourself from like overworking and overstressing out. Hire the fucking people. And if you're just starting on your business, get an in-house assistant, even if you have nothing to give them. Why? Because you literally can see right now, I've got a personal assistant. I've got Heather Brackney who's flying in, who's going to be at the event, who's going to take care of a whole lot of bullshit. I've got my assistant who's gonna walk in the door, will have my lunch, will tell me what all the shit has been done, and I can even, if I really wanted to, I could have Heather go check on to make sure everything's done, but I've already gone through a long list of checking this person out. And so the thing is that she'll probably clean up my apartment a little bit. And so basically you just sit around and like, you know, compared to the last time that this happened, I was literally going like, oh my God, how am I going to be able to do this? Oh my God, what else do I need to do? Oh my God, what else? And so she's texting me telling me what's going on. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I was so stressed out, right? So if you have people taking care of this shit, you're not going to be so stressed out. It might be a little stressful of like, okay, but once you see their face or once you've worked with them for a while, your gut kind of knows what's going on. And so there's like a shitload of and this is another thing that's really important. You might not think that it's that big of a deal to hire somebody to send off contracts to your clients. You might not think that it's that big of a deal to have someone set up your scheduler so that you can just send people a link. You might not think that it's that big of a deal to have people, I don't do this yet, but I have clients who've made millions of dollars who've had people, you know, in their Facebook accounts answering messages, et cetera, et cetera. You might not think that it's a big deal to have people answer Facebook messages for you, but it is a big deal. It's a big deal for you mentally because it gives you space to not only think, but it gives you space to go, yes, I have this successful business. Yes, I have, you know, it is stressful running my own business, but this is not all on my shoulders. And when you know that on a deep level, things can change for you drastically. And you're literally like, okay, how do we make this business increase? What do we need to do? What's the next step to get the next big increase? What do I need to do? 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 And why? Because you go, okay, so if I want to put another 20 to 30 grand in my bottom line, I'll just hire another fucking assistant. Okay, cool. It's not that fucking expensive. It's maybe like 2 to 3 grand 2 to 3 grand for each assistant. So if you put another $20,000 to $30,000 in your bottom line and it's a tax write-off for $2,000, so that's basically gives you all the room in the world to improve your business, to increase your business. And it also gives you a hell of a lot of stress. It basically like X off the list of you being so stressed out that you're not going to be able to handle the workload. It gives you, hang on a second. I'm back. Sorry. Yeah. For people who are moms and or stay-at-home moms, single moms, this is crucial. This is crucial for anybody, but moms especially, crucial. And I would even go to say it this. Like, I would say this. I fucking hate my staticky hair right now. It's driving me fucking crazy. Invest in this stuff, because if you get a good virtual assistant or you get a good in-house assistant, and like, honestly, if I had to rewind and go do this over again, I would get an in-house assistant and a really good virtual assistant and a really good mindset coach. Why? Because those are the exact things that can make you feel like $1 million earner right from the start. So it's like, okay, I don't know what the fuck to do. I don't have anything to give you. Well, you'll figure out shit to give them. If this is one of the things that kept me from hiring assistants for a very long time. I was like, I don't know what to tell them to do. Like, I couldn't give them any work to do. Do you know how much fucking work I've given to Heather to do? Do you have any idea how much fucking work that woman is doing right now? Like, you'll figure shit out. Like, so, like, think about this. I want you to do this exercise. For those who are saying, oh, I don't have that much work to hand off to somebody, I would only give them an hour's worth of work. If for some weird fucking reason you want to actually improve your bottom line this month, do this exercise. Get a pen and paper and write this down. If I had to give an assistant shit to do, what would I give her? What if I'm not making enough money to pay someone yet? Bad fucking answer. You're in poverty consciousness. Get the fuck out. I don't mean get the fuck out of here. I mean get the fuck out of poverty consciousness. That means that it's like, well, I don't have enough money to afford somebody to help me actually run a business, so I'm fucked. You don't have $120 to pay someone to help you get your head above water? That's bullshit. It's bullshit. It's bullshit, it's bullshit, it's bullshit. And if you absolutely are really in that boat, there are plenty of virtual assistants who barter. That's something that I did. I don't recommend it at all, but I did it. It kept me, I could have been making way more money. Like, we're talking like $30,000 to $40,000 in my bottom line. A month, if I found that there are always, you can delegate. Yeah, shilling's good. Yeah. If you have to do this, like if you don't have an option, you can barter. Like, I could have found somebody who would have done admin shit for me by giving them mindset work. But see, it takes time from you because you're giving them mindset work. There are certain instances where I'll do, like, if somebody wants to, where it's certain special situations I'll do it, but it's like very, 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 very rare. Like, I'll do maybe one a year. But you'll get offered this kind of shit all the time. It's like, you don't do it unless it's like very specific short-term types of situations. Very short-term types of situations. I I do not recommend it unless it's like you are in dire need of it and you really think that it's like the only fucking option, or you really truly think that it would benefit each person. What up, Rosella? Do you like my staticky hair? Isn't this awesome? Yeah, I would get a mindset coach and an in-house assistant and a virtual assistant. And if you had to choose one between the virtual assistant or the in-house assistant, I would get an in-house assistant, because that in-house assistant can probably do everything that that virtual assistant can do for you. So you will get the benefit of seeing all the different stuff. And if you're going to hire a virtual assistant, most likely the virtual assistant may actually be more expensive than the actual in-house assistant. And another thing, virtual assistants, if you want to make more money, especially if you live in a major city, get your fucking ass online, like, hello, being a virtual assistant, and get some celebrity fucking clients or really fucking rich bitches who need personal assistance. I am very electric today. Thank you. Get your ass some personal assistance. You know what this woman's doing? She's running fucking errands for me and she's making $30 an hour. Like, come on. And if some of y'all are like, oh, I can't, I need to work from home, blah, blah, blah. Well, there's people out there like me who need fucking assistance. And all she has to do is she's like driving a little, like, 10-minute radius or 10-mile radius, like going and setting up appointments. That's it. Who has questions? Who has questions? Like, another thing, because of my seizure, I can't drive for 3 months, or I'm not supposed to. I need someone to drive me around. I've got a car. And I think another thing that a lot of you guys don't realize is that there are actual people out there who need people to take care of them. Like, I needed somebody to run and get my groceries. I needed somebody to drive me to my doctor's appointments. I needed somebody to take me to get my nails done. I needed somebody to, and I don't want to fucking get a cab every fucking time. And I'm not the only person who has medical issues who can't drive. Like, think about it. There's people in your city right now who have medical issues who are probably, like, very fun to hang out with. I mean, hello, if you got paid $30 an hour, if you're really in a lot of, like, you're really fucking stressed out, it wouldn't be the worst fucking thing in the world to have to deal with me for 5 fucking hours a day and make $30 an hour while I bitch about how hot my sex life is, or that I can't fucking drive for 3 fucking months. Hello? Like, think about it. We got a nanny this year and it's been life-changing. She takes care of the kids, grocery shops, and does light cleaning. Yeah, totally. It's like, the idea of delegation and people taking care of me, at first I was like, oh no, I don't need that. Now I'm like, oh my God, this is sensational. Like, thumbs up. Thumbs the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like, I would pay for this out of pocket. Like, and I'm like, and it's a tax write-off? This is fucking outstanding. Like, I cannot wait to hire 4 more assistants and videographers. She just walked in the door. To like do all this, but I'm starving and, I'm gonna eat my food. So, I don't even know how to drive. There are others, I'm sure, who don't know how and want to drive themselves. Yeah, exactly. No question, but I'm looking for a job to pay. Come and see you March. Personal assistant is way better than stocking shelves. Yeah, no kidding. No fucking kidding. All right, guys. I'm hopping off. My hair is still. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.